All right, here we go with Caard versus Swiftt. We've got the veteran Caard, Furious Caard, who's got a little bit of one's practice under his belt recently. I've seen him on a bunch of apparently Jack videos, and he's looked very impressive in a couple of show matches on my stream as well. Up against Swiftt, he's a new player for my channel. This is his debut. He is a rookie to competitive Rocket League, but perhaps the hottest prospect coming out of Brazil right now. Highly mechanical player, and perhaps even the favorite in the all Brazil, all South America server matchup that we're about to see. 1-0 Swiftt after the boost battle went in his way. Now, a couple of you were saying as we got this show match started that Edinburgh Airport is clear of Glasgow. I've got to say, I probably disagree. I've had far more delays at Edinburgh Airport than Glasgow. Edinburgh security takes longer. Edinburgh has always got way more people and no real space to put them in. Honestly, I prefer Glasgow Airport. Oh, that's a big mistake by Caard. I prefer Glasgow Airport. Glasgow Airport is just a more stress-free, reliable experience. Yeah, it's just an accidental side flip by Caard. No excuses. Yeah, 8 ping for Caard is impressive. Do you guys know where the servers are in Brazil? Or do you guys know, do you know where Caard is from? I don't know where any of the Brazilian players are from. They do love to, I do know that they love to wall dash. They love to chain dash on the wall. Caard likes the step over. It's the Rocket League version of the step over there from Caard. No surprise to see from a Brazilian player. Looking mechanical, Caard. You know, I said that Swiftt is the mechanical player here. Well, that's really what he's known for. He's a hyper-mechanical youngster coming out of Brazil. A lot of people are calling him next up, but Caard is no slouch mechanically. He's really impressed in the show matches that I've seen from him recently as well, with his precise mechanical play. That's how I've described him in the past, is that he's not a brute force mechanical player like his teammate Jan, more of a precision mechanical player. Now, delayed kickoff by Swiftt gets dunked on by Caard. It looked like Caard might even have known that that's in Swift's kickoff arsenal, because he rolled right through that one pretty easily. Sao Paulo, probably server location. You think so? You know, by the way, before we completely leave the airport conversation, something quite, well, I find it funny at least. Oh, nice shot by Caard too. I find it quite funny that during, I think it was right after COVID, do you guys remember? Type 1 in chat if you remember. There was like all the airports all over the world were just full of bags. There was like staff shortages worldwide, and all the airports were just packed with luggage. It didn't matter what airport you go to, there's a decent chance your luggage is getting lost, and there's a decent chance that your luggage is going to be late. If you have to wait for it, you'll be like at the baggage carousel for hours waiting for your bag to come out. That happened to me a few times. Happened to me in Dallas. I was waiting for 2 hours for my bag to finally appear. So many people lost their suitcases. But the funny thing for me was that when that happened, it was right at the same time as RLCS Spring Major 2022 in London. You might be thinking, why is that funny? Why is it funny anybody lost their bag? It's not funny. It's actually, you know, it's really quite stressful. And I'm sorry for all of my friends and all of my colleagues who lost their bags. But a lot of people went to Heathrow Airport, of course, because it's a big international airport in London. And if you're traveling internationally to London for RLCS Spring Major 2022, yeah, you're probably going to go to Heathrow. So a lot of RLCS casters, a lot of RLCS players went to Heathrow. Love the pogo shot by Caard attempt there, by the way. And because worldwide airports were just a complete failure at the time, a lot of people had bad experiences. Now, there's actually dozens and dozens of casters, content creators, players who have told me that they actively to this day avoid Heathrow Airport when they have international transfers in Europe. And the options are Paris, Heathrow, or Frankfurt's another big airport, Amsterdam Schiphol. They avoid Heathrow. They're like, nah, I had one bad experience at that airport, I'm never going there ever again. And to me, this is ridiculous, because out of all the big airports, this is probably the best one. I mean, they're the big five in Europe: Frankfurt, Heathrow, Paris, Amsterdam. As actually, yeah, that's four, so I don't know what the fifth one would be. Madrid probably is the fifth one. Heathrow's easily the best out of all them, in my opinion. Best experience. Not sure if you guys would agree, but yeah, you guys have been to all 4 of those airports. If you've been to Schiphol, Paris, Frankfurt, Heathrow, or even a combination of a few of them, which is the best? Type in chat right now. Because for me, it's Heathrow by miles. Paris is the worst. Probably Frankfurt's second worst. Been there twice. Been to Paris multiple times. A lot more times than I can count. And I like Schiphol and I like Heathrow. They're both good, but Heathrow's probably the best. They're the 2 good ones though. Heathrow and Amsterdam are both good. And Frankfurt and Paris I don't really like. Most of you guys like Amsterdam. Maybe I'm a little bit lucky with Heathrow because I don't need, since I've got a British passport, I don't need to go into the long line for immigration. I just go straight through the automated thing. Maybe some of you guys who go Heathrow don't get that now that Brexit's happened, which kind of sucks for international travel. Not sure, does it still? Do you still get the fast track line with an EU passport? I think you do. Schiphol. Listen, I've tried my best. What's it? Schiphol. What do they say? How do they pronounce it? Meanwhile, Caard has just been bodying Swiftt right now. This is very impressive stuff. He's full control. You need more phlegm. Yeah, you're probably right. Hey, Prodigy, thanks for the raids. How you doing? See you in Germany soon. Well, actually, maybe not too soon. You're a main event player, but when are you going to be heading over there? Don't have that far to travel, of course. I think Caard must have heard me calling Swiftt the mechanical player because he has just been flexing his mechanics on the debutant, on the youngster, on the rookie. He's just completely controlled this game. 13 shots to 7. Swiftt has not had that many looks at the goal. It's another reminder that Caard is definitely a force to be reckoned with in ones. And did he get a bit too cocky here though as the 4th goal goes in for Swiftt? Kickoff goal is all he needs now to get back in this. Just realized I gotta go through Heathrow when I go home. You'll be fine. Oh, there it is. This is why a 3-goal lead in ones is not safe. Because suddenly a kickoff goal and a 0-second goal is possible as a comeback. And Swiftt with the delayed wave dash kickoff gets the first one. He's got 16 seconds. That's a long time. He doesn't even need the ball off this kickoff. Not desperately, at least. He just has to save Caard's shot, and then he'll have some time to work with. Here comes Caard's shot, though. It's too good. Ceiling recovery, and the shot quickly dispossesses, or removes, I should say, any chance of Swiftt to come back. This ceiling lunging challenge, not the one on this occasion. Swiftt is really hoping that Caard was going to go for a slow play there, but Caard just had the immediate shooting angle ready. Although we might not be done here, though. Now we will be, but yeah, Swiftt actually had a chance to get that one in quickly. It just did not pan out. TBH, Frankfurt's the #1 airport. Okay, I will admit, out of the big airports in Europe, Frankfurt is the one I've been to the least out of the 4 big airports in Europe. I've only been there, I think, 2 times. No, I might have been. No, I've been there 3 times. Sorry, I've been there 3 times to Frankfurt. One of the times I was in the deadest terminal I've ever seen for a layover. There was absolutely nothing there, so I sat on a chair for a 3-hour layover because there was just nothing to do. The other time I was on my way to Singapore, and that was the same trip that Shogun lost his luggage and got stuck in Frankfurt for 24 hours with no hotel because they were just like, nah, we don't like you, you don't get a hotel, you're going to sleep on a bench. So that's, you know, I was fine, but Shogun didn't have a good time. And then the other time, what was the third time again? I think I was traveling back from a DreamHack. Yeah, I was traveling back from a DreamHack the other time. And it was just another dead terminal. There's just nothing to do. I don't know. I've just not been that impressed by Frankfurt. It's like not much to do in the airport. A lot of the terminals, a lot of the like areas with tons of gates just have like one restaurant and one rubbish coffee spot, which kind of sucks. That's why I liked Schiphol and Heathrow, because there's a lot of things to do in the airport. You can easily kill some time. The security is pretty quick, so I like that. That's what Swiftt did here. He's saying, all right, come on then, I'm on the ceiling. You're going to air dribble, or you want to have a second thought about that? Oh, nice challenge by Swiftt. This isn't going to be an easy bounce to work with, but he tries it. Leads to another boost steal. Caard doing a good job staying with the ball here with absolutely no boost. He's done exceptionally well, in fact. This boost is going to spawn for him in a second. decided to wait for it. But okay, if you guys can't agree, if some of you are saying Amsterdam, Heathrow, Frankfurt, can we all agree CDG is the absolute worst of the big airports in Europe? Can we all at least agree on that? And can we all agree that that was a bit unfortunate for Caard? He was very close to scoring. Yeah, 1 in chat if you agree CDG, Paris CDG is the worst. Out of Paris, Heathrow, Amsterdam and Frankfurt. Two if you think it's the best. One if you think it's the worst. Might be a bit of a niche question, but I'm kind of curious. How? I would say the reason it's the worst is because, firstly, a lot of the staff that I've interacted with there are just either lazy, unnecessarily, like, rude, or just not really very helpful. Like, one time I remember I was in passport control in Paris, and there were lots of people in the line for passport control, like hundreds of people. And they had like one person working it. No way has Swiftt saved this. What is this play by Caard? Oh my goodness, what a goal. That's phenomenal. Swiftt saved this really well, but Caard was just like, bump, half flip. Just wanted to make sure that he's got the goal. I think Caard probably had in his mind that if he didn't go for that little bump, that Swiftt could probably match his speed back to the ball, so he just went for the little tap beforehand. As much as it looked like just a straight up disrespectful play, it does make sense. That's just Paris. Yeah, I know, I understand that. The Paris is just like full of mostly, well not mostly, but a lot of rude people in general. But yeah, I mean, that doesn't let the airport off, you know. But yeah, I was saying one time I was in a line of hundreds of people for passport control, and lots of those people were worried that they were going to miss their flights if they didn't get through very, very quickly, which it didn't look like was going to happen. It looked like that was not possible. And they were all asking the couple of security that were standing around, like, am I going to make it? My flight's in 10 minutes. And then the security, they just kept on like nodding their head calmly and being like, yeah, you're going to be fine. And then the people are like talking to each other like, what do they mean we're going to be fine? Our flight's in like 10 minutes. We're going to miss it. It says final boarding call right now on the PA system, and then they're asking again like, the final boarding call on the PA right now, that's for my flight. I'm still 50th in line at passport control. Are you sure we're going to make it? And the people are just like, yeah, we already told you, so please stop asking. And I was like, what is going on? I would be, if I was them, I'd be worried I'm going to miss my flight as well. And these like security and people working at the airport are just like, yeah, please stop asking. We already told you you're going to be fine. It turns out that they were actually in communication with the people at the gate saying, oh yeah, there's more coming through passport control, so if you could wait a few minutes. And the gate had said, yeah, we'll keep it open for a bit, don't worry. Did the people at CDG airport decide to tell that to the passengers who are really stressed out waiting in line? Nah, they just kept that information to themselves because they thought it would be funny to stress people out. Like, when I realized what was going on, I was like, that is so scummy. Like, I know it's not their responsibility to tell people. Actually, it's fine. We're in communication with the gate, and they're waiting open for you. Come on, man. Like, just your people are stressed out traveling. Just tell them that. Tell them that you've got it under control. Like, I couldn't believe that personally. Like, maybe you guys think that's fine. I thought that was bang out of order, and I was pretty shocked. Because yeah, that's what I found out later on. That's kind of funny though. Well, I mean, it's funny if you're not affected by it, but I can guarantee if that was you, you'd be mega annoyed. If that's anyone, you'd be super, super annoyed that you're being withheld, like they're withholding information from you for absolutely no reason. No reason at all. Like, there's no reason to hold that from you. Sometimes, people in positions of power will withhold information from you to calm you down. But by withholding that information, they're actually actively stressing people out. So there's no benefit to withholding that information. Why would they do it? But yeah, that's just one of the reasons I don't like Paris Airport particularly much. Just one example of the unhelpfulness of the staff and just how stressful it is to get through compared to how it should be. It looks like that last touch by Swiftt was in fact necessary. I needed to see the replay to be sure. To be fair, they didn't ask the right question. No, I can tell you 100% they did ask the right question. They asked, how do you know? Like, people several times asked him, how do you know that we're going to catch our flight? it says that they're final call boarding now, and we're not there. And the staff are just saying, nah, you're fine. They're saying, well, okay, based on what though? And they're just like, please stop asking. Like, come on. What do you want people to do at that point? Yeah, from my POV as someone who was not affected by this, I was on time and I wasn't stressed. I was like, this is ridiculous. I feel sorry for these people. It's like when you see people getting scammed with their luggage, clearly fitting inside the little box that it has to fit in, and then the staff are being like, oh, actually, there's a wheel outside, so you're going to need to pay £80 for that. Like, that sucks. All the airport scams, man. I feel bad for people getting on the receiving end of those. Oh, we've got a game. Okay, it looked like Swiftt is going to just be able to control this one till the end with the 2-goal lead, but Caard clipped him here. Oh, he didn't even need the clip, actually. The ball just went in. I thought he must have clipped him, but no, it's just gone in before Swiftt could get there. Now, can Caard keep this one interesting at the tail end of the game? Yes, he can. That's a great first touch. No flip yet. In fact, he won't get a chance to get one. Swiftt lunges in. Great call on the early challenge there by Swiftt. In fact, both players have won games by just making quick, decisive plays at the end of the game. First, it was Caard in game 1 with the immediate ceiling shot to outplay the early challenge of Swiftt. Now it's Swiftt with the early challenge to outplay the slow play of Caard in the air. Hey, Caleb, thanks for the 9-month tier 1, by the way. Yeah, I'll see you soon. See you in the Dolph. See you in the Deuce. El Capsco, thanks to the Prime as well. The Real Jar, thanks to the 6-month tier when he said this sub is in honor of Gibbs' YouTube grind. I've noticed that Gibbs is back on his YouTube grind, and you know what else? Just in case any of you guys didn't see, I know that there's probably a large portion of you like, Johnny, just commentate the game, but you're going to want to hear what I'm about to say. Listen carefully. I was just, browsing Twitch earlier on today to see who's online. Maybe I can catch the annual Jesse stream. Very disappointed to see Jesse wasn't streaming. But then I looked to, I think, the second row in the streams, and I'm looking to see who's live, and I see Cuxer97 is live. I'm thinking, okay, that can't be right. I must have loaded up, an old image of Twitch in the Rocket League section, because obviously Cux hasn't streamed consistently in years. But I refreshed it. Genuinely, I was like, that can't be right. Refreshed it, and it still said Cuxer97 was live. So I gave it a click. Not only is Cuxer97 live, he's live and he's got his microphone unmuted. It was incredible. Christmas come early. Best day of the year. So, yeah. Let it be known, he was live with the title full-time streamer. So, keep an eye out. Cuxer97 live on Twitch again. With his mic. So yeah, I had to let you guys know that. Had to let you guys know. Unmuted mic. I'm not even joking. I wouldn't joke about a serious topic like this. Dead serious. Cuxer97 was live with the mic unmuted. So definitely check him out if you're a fan. Even if you're not a fan, you might have heard of the legendary streams of Cuxer97 back in the day. He used to be one of the biggest Rocket League streamers. It was pretty much Pronovi and then Cuxer, I think. The two biggest Rocket League streamers back then. And yeah, Cuxer just decided that he didn't want to stream for years. He could have easily been a full-time streamer, full-time content creator alongside, well, part-time alongside his pro career, of course, but he didn't want to do it, and now he does, so that's pretty cool. It's like going through a time capsule. I had a great time watching him play. Fennec Cux, yeah, it was a bit weird. Hopefully we get some Batmobile Cux, hopefully get some 1v1 Cux at some point. I enjoyed the Fennec as well. Gets left, but thanks to the 2-month Prime, welcome back to the channel. Now, shout out Swiftt and Caard for keeping this nice and close while we talk about anything except the games. I have been paying attention. It looks like Swiftt is settling into this now and starting to take control. Game 1, all Caard. Swiftt, a lot more in control in Game 2. And now up by 2 goals in Game 3. Might have a demo here. No, he just decides to go for the bump instead. But the boost steal should lead to a second one as well. Oh no, Caard gets it, but loses his life in the process. Swiftt picks up the demo, not in the one back corner, but the other. Goes up 3-1. Yeah, this is pretty risky by Caard. There's a range of supersonic speed. He might have thought he's supersonic there, but if he was, Swiftt was a faster version of Supersonic. If Swiftt beat Caard ... well, where's the rest of the sentence? What would happen if Swiftt beat Caard? I mean, Swiftt I said he might be the favorite in 1v1 right now in this matchup. It's hard to say because Caard doesn't play too much 1v1, and when he does play, he looks, yeah, pretty good. I think he looks very good, but I'm not sure entirely where to put Caard on a consistent day-to-day basis in 1v1. Need to see more. But like a lot of young Rocket League players, in the absence of RLCS, because he's 14 years old, Swiftt, he's been playing a lot of 1v1. So definitely when it comes to recent experience, he's got Caard covered. But competitive experience, Caard obviously has plenty. One of the true OGs of the South American region. Oh, I love that turnaround by Caard, actually. Swiftt has just got enough boost to stay with him, though. Caard was too early for the boost seal. Fortunately for him, so is Swiftt. But Caard's missed the mid boost on. Now it looks like we're going to have a bit more of an even position. Swiftt to the pinch to kill some time. That boost miss from Caard does actually matter. It's evened out the position just a little bit. Swiftt turning around from a half chance. He's quite happy with the 3-goal lead he's built up for himself. He's just going to try and sit on that for the time being. What's Caard's plan to get back in this game? Step 1, small pads. Step 2, it's not Quinn's flick, but Swiftt is more than equal to it. And he's going to turn around and put it in Caard's net again, 6-2. That was just not quite enough for Caard. I think he had half a mind to take the ball under control again there. It just wasn't meant to be. That's a great first touch by Caard. The second touch is off the post though. Swiftt is back in time to cover it. Well, Caard should have been scored in that one. And now he has to be scored in here. Final minute down by 4. Misses his flick completely. Despite Swift's free jump, he was able to get back and block it. Demo follows. Will he just shoot this? He will. And it's a good shot. Caard spawns to the other side. No chance to get back. And a celebratory demo for the 5-goal lead. You're overrating Twisted Minds. Rise said they 7-0'd them in scrims. I mean, I never really base my predictions on scrims because scrims sometimes translate to RLCS, sometimes they don't. Yeah, the teams I was talking to in Boston, I talked to a lot of teams in Boston about scrims. I talked to a lot of teams about how scrims are going. Pretty much every LAN. Yeah, half of the teams who were doing really well in scrims in Boston just kind of bombed out the tournament, so it's not always an indication of who to see doing well. But if I recall, I think BDS were dominating scrims in Boston as well. So, you know, hearing BDS winning 7-0 in a scrim, I'm like, oh, you know, again, you know, it's not really that big of a deal. Nice little illustration of the possibility to the half flip kickoff there from Swiftt. The game's done, but showing that you can save even a far post shot if you get the half flip right. Yeah, some of the teams that were doing really well in scrims went out first round or second round in Boston in the lower bracket. Some of the teams that were doing terribly in scrims went quite far in the event. I don't want to, you know, really say who's who because I don't want to expose teams who are doing badly in scrims. But yeah, BDS were doing really well in scrims. I heard Furia were doing really well in scrims. They went out round 1. I heard Vitality were very confident with their scrims. They obviously did well in the event eventually, but not at the start. Yes, scrims are interesting, but not that important in terms of making predictions for who's going to win a LAN. I mean, I showed you guys some scrims for Power versus Vitality. Power beat Vitality in scrims. Does that mean that Power are likely to beat Vitality ever in a series? Well, maybe not. Maybe ever is a strong word, but this season in a series in a competitive tournament, no, it doesn't. Like the scrims, the fact that Power can beat Vitality in scrims just shows that they're they're playing quite well in scrims. You know, it doesn't really mean that they're going to win a tournament match. Oh, did I forget to add? I did forget to add a second game to Swiftt in the overlay. My apologies. Yeah, Swiftt looking really, really impressive now. Just improving game to game, and Caard has not leveled up, so he's going to need to do so if he wants to stop the youngster from beating him 3-1. TRK back to grinding ones. Did TRK take rank 1 in 1v1 as well? I saw he got rank 1 in 2v2. Oh dear, Caard's just completely botched that save. If TRK's got rank 1 in 1s and 2s, he's probably going to try and get rank 1 in 3s as well. That's a really good shot by Swiftt, to be fair. You know, yeah, Caard messed up the save, but it wasn't immediately apparent if the shot was on target, because from that position it's not automatic to just pop it into the very top corner. So Caard probably took a half second just to think about whether he needed to jump, and then by the time he did, it was too late. Now it's just too easy for Swiftt. Fourth goal goes in. They're all quite simple. That's a very nicely finished off shot though. Swiftt with the flick to threaten the double jump follow up, and after seeing the pre-jump, he just 50-50s it under him. Fuzzy, thanks for the 6-month tier 1. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're doing well today. TRK's number 3 in 1s. Wait, I'm getting some conflicting stories here. TRK's number 3 in 1s, TRK's number 1 in 1s. I'm not sure what to believe. Lovely ceiling challenge by Swiftt. He's just going to try keep the speed up here. Nice touch to stop Caard from attempting a sidewall rebound, but Caard still came away with half a chance there. Wave dash shot from Swiftt, hits the bar. Caard calls his bluff on that follow-up shot. Basically what Caard is doing there is saying, I don't think you can score from here, so I'm going to go take my corner boost and then collect the ball. And he was absolutely right, but if Swiftt put that on targets, Caard would look pretty silly going for the corner boost. Ah, he's number 1 before choosing global. So what, is he number 1 in Steam? Because I think Jan and maybe Moxie have got Epic accounts who are number 1. Is Caard even GC1? Oh, come on. Caard has swept Gom on my stream a while back. Who else is? I swear Caard's got a couple of good, another good win as well. I forget who it was against, but yeah, Caard's done very well against multiple opponents on my stream over the past few months. Swiftt is just a more active ones player and obviously extremely talented. And as soon as he got into the groove, as soon as he got comfortable in this lobby, it started to look worse and worse for Caard. I'll really quickly check for you guys. I've blanked on Caard's past matchups, but luckily rljules.gg covers that. I am not sponsored by them. I just think it's a really cool website for those of you who are going to ask. Yeah, he 3-0'd Zapatos, who's a pretty strong player in North America. He 3-1'd Rettles, and he 3-0'd Gom, he 3-2'd Raziers. All those show matches are within the last 9 months or so. Like, the most recent one when he 3-0'd Zapatos was last month. So his only losses are at the hands of First Killer and Jan, who are both in the minds of most top 10 players in the world. So, I mean, Caard's results have been very respectable in ones. And if you look past show matches, if you're an avid viewer or even an every now and then viewer of apparently Jack 1v1 videos, you'll often see Caard popping up in them, giving him very good games in ranked. So, I mean, Caard's definitely got it. I think he's definitely definitely a competitive ones player. Yeah, Rettles has been on the ones grind recently, hasn't he? He's, I think, made a grind up to the top 10, which is pretty cool to see. Who knows, maybe we'll see some Rettles 1v1 in Gamers 8. if AJ's not feeling well one day. Caard's actually on a decent comeback here. I love the attempted air double bump, but Swiftt waits for it to go past him and then pops the ball into the crossbar. Good save. Caard's shot selection really putting Swiftt under pressure. Double reset by Swiftt. Being attempted, but that second one gets away from him. I shouldn't say double reset. He's using a double flip kind of play, flipping into the reset. Then looking to get back to the ball afterwards. That's not the touch Caard wanted. He didn't want to just pop that one straight into the sidewall. As he does, Swiftt collects another goal and goes up by 4. Caard's momentum completely nullified. Let's see if he can get something going here. That's a really nice interception by Swiftt. Look how much time that wastes. Now Swift's pre-jumped an absolute mile ahead of this play. And he's trying to just score immediately off the back of it. He's getting more and more confident with every passing minute. Leads by 4 in the final minute of game 4. But Caard sees the next pre-jump and adapts well. I think Swiftt might be getting a bit too excited about winning in his debut show match, because that was a very ambitious ceiling challenge. And a bit unnecessary as well. If he can just stay grounded, if he can stay calm, this should be his to take. That's a really good kickoff by Caard. The follow-up shot, not what he wanted though. That's not what he wanted to see at all on the turnaround, because Swiftt has just scored an 8th goal. And what a chance Caard had there. He'll be very disappointed with the shot that he went for. I think maybe he had better options available to him and definitely could have hit the ball better as well. And now the game is absolutely Swift's to win or lose. Caard going to go all in. See if he can make something happen. Needs to land this bump. Does, but it's a bit too late. Pretty much landed on Swiftt, who was just sitting on the ground there. Looks like the rookie will win the day. Caard will try and get some kind of compensation. And he does get something. The impossible comeback still alive. For now, it's merely a consolation prize. And there's Swiftt again, just showing that even if you are on the receiving end of a fast shot, you can save them if your half flip's clean enough. GG's outside of a direct kickoff goal. Well, actually, 3 seconds is possible. Yeah, 2 seconds is usually what it takes to score a kickoff goal if it goes off the wall and in. So, yeah, Caard's got to just score a kickoff goal here, and it's not going to happen. Smart play by Swiftt. Fakes the kickoff to guarantee the victory. And he takes it with 3 straight games. Each one more impressive than the prior. Yeah, debut victory. Rookie win there against a very experienced player and a very respectable opponent in Caard. GG's to everybody tonight. Thanks for putting on great shows for us. And thanks for sticking to the scripts.